Welcome to this video against Blitz Chess we play. Okay, let's see. Oops. Okay, I hope it didn't irritate too much. What should we play this time? Maybe we switch to a French defense by playing knight c3 and pushing for e4 directly. I doubt that the move knight f3 was that helpful here, but let's see. So if he takes, I can take back with a knight and get back the black squared bishop if I want to, and then have an easy development here. And you see he just retreats the bishop, moves it again. So I want, in exchange for the bishop pair, I want time. So in the long run, black has an advantage if you think that the bishop is stronger than knight, especially in the end games. But for the time being, you can see that I'm better developed. Look here at the back rank. Here's a lot of pieces still on the back rank and didn't castle, whereas my development is almost finished. Maybe I should try to open up the position here. I'm also thinking about, attacking black later here when he castles short, because I think he needs to castle short. I think the rook belongs on the e file. Queen c7. What is the idea of queen c7? Maybe he wants to move the queen to f4, which is a nice square. I want to, to move my queen later to the king side anyway. Let's defend the square f4, and here I thought f7 is a nice square to attack, so I can follow up with knight to e5 and yeah, have a double attack here. Wow, okay, now it's already possible, to sacrifice here, and then knight e5. I think it's not enough, however. Or should I try it? I mean, it's really tempting, because after knight e5 with check, I can also jump to g6 with a knight. You know what? I think I will do this. It looks really good, and yeah, black is really underdeveloped here. These pieces are not playing, so I can already, win the exchange or win the rook. So it already worked out. Do I have something better? This is always a question, like opening up the d file would be very good. c4, d5, but this is all too slow. So let's just take the rook here, and we have a nice material advantage. And yeah, this is a very bad position for black with the king on d7. I mean, he needs to go to d7, because otherwise I take the rook with check. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so he allows me to do this. Check, and well, I think I just retreat here. I'm playing knight g6, check, and take the bishop. Now my my goal is just to exchange pieces. Yeah, he's threatening a mate, of course, but I can check him and play queen f4 and just exchange the queen here, which is the most dangerous piece for black. So the automatic move like g3 would just help black a bit, and I think here I'm just forcing him to exchange the queens, because otherwise the knight would be hanging, So bishop d6, I just take the knight. So I think black should or could resign here. There's yeah. He's still underdeveloped. The bishop on c8 is not really doing anything. It's blocked by this pawn. The rook cannot enter. I can enter with my rook. Yeah, and here we go. So if you now look at the pieces, we have both a knight and a white squared bishop. We have both a rook, but this rook is against this bishop, so I have a material advantage. And black has 6 pawns, I have 7, and a better pawn structure, everything. So essentially, I'm a pawn and an exchange up. I can take the other pawn here, which I think I will do. I wonder if I should play h3 here. Or I could also improve the position of my bishop maybe, but I think I just take. Yeah, and then if he takes back, which he likely does, because it's not the best piece here, and I attack also the pawn on g7. I take back with the rook, sorry, and double up the rooks here. Okay, he keeps. Yeah, then maybe just retreating. I want to exchange pieces, so I'm happy if he exchanges now against my knight. I can play bishop c4 here, by the way, as well. And problem is maybe the time, so I need to hurry up now. And yeah, this is what I wanted. Maybe I could have played bishop c4 first. Okay, now I can do it. So the king is not very safe here. He was threatening to take on f2, and now let's just enter here. What about forcing him here to move even more into my direction? Yes, how can I mate him? Is there a mate somewhere? g3, after king h4 he goes here and bishop f1 mate. This looks nice. Okay, so I need to protect my rook first, and yeah, I have a lot of threats. King f2 and g3 is one. Yeah, this is not possible that black can survive this. If he moves the knight, for example, to d7, I just play rook e1 to e4, and it's checkmate. So he cannot move the knight. He cannot move the king at all. And if he makes something else, I just play king f2 and g3. Yeah, and 46 seconds should be enough. Sorry, by the way, for not uploading many videos in the last week. I need to do some personal stuff, but I will try, to upload more in the next week, or in 2 weeks. I still need to do something. Let's see. Okay, now just g3. He can play, I don't know, he can play nothing, because if knight h5 it just makes it move longer, he thinks, but he can play rook e4 again. There's nothing he can do. g3 is my next move. I wonder when the last time was that the pawn on g2 checkmated the king by playing g3. I think this is very rare. You normally just checkmate in an endgame, by okay, yeah, this was an option, right? I didn't see this one, but it just improves the stuff for one move. You can, let's say, I wanted to play rook e4 with checkmate, but g3 again is checkmate, right? So let's make the g2 pawn to the hero of the day. Cool. So yeah, I think the whole problem of black was that he was underdeveloped. And I lost here also tempo, but I wanted to gain the center by playing e4, and it was not possible if I don't take on f6. So I think the black position here is quite decent, but I wouldn't move the bishop here again because he just loses time. On the other hand, the bishop is important. Yes, it's a good piece, but look at the queen side. He needs to develop. So I think this was a mistake. Bishop e7 to keep the bishop pair, essentially good in the long run, but the development of the piece lagged. So I could just improve my position. And here again, c6. I mean, he needs to develop. He needs to play b6, bishop b7 maybe to bring in the bishop here as well. On knight c6 to attack here the pawn, which is not really attack because of some tactical tricks, but c6 doesn't help at all. It's not a piece, it's just a pawn. So I mean, here he moves a piece, yes, but what is his plan with bishop? I don't see it. And so I just improved the rook, and you could see later that this rook was playing an important role also. It's already eyeing at the king. So when you have a material advantage, try to attack, and or sorry, not a material advantage, but an advantage in development. And I had an advantage in development here. And sorry, let's see. Yeah, so I didn't want to exchange pieces because this just helps black. Taking here, where's my attack? I don't see it. And yeah, here I couldn't obviously calculate everything after playing h6, but h6 obviously weakens the square g6. And if I take here on f7, the square g6 it's unprotected. It's not protected by any pawn anymore. So I have a lot of threats. Yeah, look out for some possibilities like this. Thanks for watching.